Hello lovelies, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. It's been a little while, hasn't it? Alright, so I thought I'll ease back into it with something that I make all the time. So my freezer is empty, there is no sausage rolls in it, and apparently the kids reckon that just won't do. So today we're going to make cheese and bacon sausage rolls. I'll write the recipe below as always. Okay, so what we're going to need is 1 kilo of beef sausage mince. Now I find that one's from Woolies, but you can get them anywhere. You'll find them in the meat section, usually near the sausages somewhere. Alright, we need 1 egg. Now I've got some flat leaf parsley out of the garden. You can use curly leaf, and if you don't have fresh parsley, you can use a tablespoon of dry parsley. I've got some sweet chilli sauce, Wistershire sauce. Now normally I would use HP sauce, which is a really strong barbecue sauce, but I don't have any, so I'm just going to use normal barbecue sauce. I've got tomato sauce, tasty grated cheddar cheese, but you can use any cheese that you've got, just grate it up. Alright, I've got 8 slices of bacon tops. Now it's supposed to be 1 large onion, but I've only got little ones, so I'm going to use 2. And a couple of slices of bread. So the first thing we want to do is get out a large bowl and sit it next to us. Now we want to get our 2 slices of bread. We just want to slice them into 4 strips. Alright, find some sort of container or tin, whatever you want. Lay them all in there. Once you've got them all in your tin, you want to go over to the sink and pour water all over them until it's just covering them and they're soaking. Like a so. Alright, let them soak in there. Alright, let them soak for about 2 minutes. So once you've tipped the water out, you want to push them all into the corner and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze until you've got as much water as you can out. Then break it up and dump it into our big bowl. And now that that's done, the next thing we want to do is we want to get our sausage mince and put them both in there. So I'll just chop the top off and then just squeeze from the other end and just squeeze it out. Once we've done that, just grab a fork and just sort of flatten them out a bit so it makes it easier for us to mix everything up later. The next thing we want to do is the bacon. So I'm just going to chop all the fat off and then I'm going to chop them up into nice small little squares and throw them in the bowl. Once we've done that, set it aside. Alright, now we want to chop up our parsley. So you want to chop roughly 1/4 cup of parsley. Or you put your tablespoon of dry parsley in now. Set it aside. Now we get our 1 large onion and we want to peel it and we want to grate it and throw it in the bowl. So onion is a pain in the ass to grate, but it's well worth it. Okay, at this stage, before we put all the sauces in, we want to preheat our oven at 200 degrees Celsius and we want to grab out 4 sheets of puff pastry to start with. First up is 2 tablespoons of Wistershire sauce, 2 tablespoons of sweet chilli sauce, 2 tablespoons of HP sauce or barbecue sauce, and 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce. And roughly 1/2 cup of grated cheese. Okay, now at this stage you hand it to your partner with a fork and say, beat the crap out of that for me. Once that's done, set it aside for a minute. Okay, now we want to grab 1 egg and we want to whisk it up with a fork, and optional is sesame seeds. First thing we do is get our first sheet of puff with nice clean hands, fold it over, put a seam in the middle, open it back up, slice it down the middle. Now we want to get spoonfuls of our mixture and put them down like a sausage. Then with your hands, just squeeze it in, flatten it out. Now you don't want to put too much in because then your sausage rolls will split open. Okay, peel it off the plastic. Now we want to fold it over and tuck it in. And we want a nice strip of puff there on its own to roll it onto. Okay, once we've rolled it, we've got the seam there. Turn it upside down, put the seam on the bottom. Just a light little gentle touch. Grab our knife, and with the back of the knife, we want to press down on it. And this stops it from puffing right up. Okay, once we've done that, you can now cut them into small party size ones, or I'm just going to do normal size ones, so I'll cut them in half. I always slice the tiniest little bit of the ends off. And what I used to do when I had dogs is all the ends I'd keep them, and after I cooked the sausage rolls, I used to just throw all the ends on, cook them up and give them to the dogs rather than wasting them. Okay, so now you make as many as you want like that and lay them on your tray, what you want to cook. Now if you want to put them in the fridge for later or freeze them, grab a piece of Glad wrap. Alright, 1 sausage roll on there. When you fold the Glad wrap over, make sure it's covering it completely so the next sausage roll doesn't touch. Put the next one on, cover it over the top, underneath, wrap the two sides under. Alright, and now you've got them all ready. You can have them in the fridge for a couple of days, or you can put them in the freezer just like that. Now once you're ready to cook them, pull them out the freezer, unwrap them while they're frozen, and lay them all on the tray. Give it 5 to 10 minutes for the pastry to start thawing out. Then you can put your egg wash and your sesame seeds if you want on the top. And then when you cook them, they only take about 5 to 8 minutes longer. You'll know it'll be golden, beautiful brown, and you can smell them, they're ready. So I ended up using 6 sheets of puff pastry, and I made 24 big ones. Okay, so now what you do with clean hands, you can either use a pastry brush or just use your fingers and rub with the egg on. Now optional is sesame seeds. You can use any seeds you want, and if you don't like seeds, you don't have to use them at all. Just remember, sesame seeds are a superfood. Alright, now we bang them in the oven. Oh mate, the smell up in this house is amazing. 25 minutes in my electric oven. Oi, you've got to give these a crack. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have yourselves an awesome day. I'll see you soon. Toodles!